All right, what's up, guys? Ryan Garcia, the boxer. I know a lot of craziness has been going on with him, substances abuse or him talking about, all the stuff you're not supposed to talk about in Hollywood, or if you're a superstar and people are going to be after him and all that. So let's talk about his performance enhancing. So he failed for Austrian and he failed for a 19 nor. Okay. So for those that don't know what a 19 nor is, it's either, it's a nerangiolone. So like either a DECA, MPP, Trembolone. Okay. On that test though, I got steroid tested for years. I'm still can get it randomly done. Long story, has to do with custody and all that. But Trembolone shows up as something else. Okay, it's not going to show up as a 19 nor. It's going to show up as specifically Trembolone on the drug test. Okay, so why would these boxers knowingly take certain things, especially like a 19 nor, which like DECA can be detectable up to like 18 months, right? And they test them several different times, and then, okay, so that compound wouldn't make sense. Then you got Austrian, okay? Austrian, I remember when it first came out, gosh, like a long time ago, 20 years ago. I tried it, nothing. I tried it over the years with other companies, nothing. It might help you this much if you're like never taking anything, but in my opinion, it's completely garbage, and I think he got a tainted supplement. Or someone on his team has sabotaged him on purpose, because there's no reason this guy benefited from taking Austrian or 19 nor. Trust me, this guy's a boxer. Okay, those aren't things these guys take. They would take something really, really fast acting in and out of the system. Okay, so it doesn't make sense. I think he either took a tainted supplement. There's a lot of supplements out there that are tainted, okay? Especially, guys, when you start getting into these like research sites, these research chemicals and all that, and you think you're buying one thing and you're not. Like before we made our Seromax, which is MK677, I tried this one company's. I'm not going to name the name. The owner's name is Tony, and so basically, I had to do a test, and when I do my test, they test for everything. I didn't have MK677 in my system at all. I had Austrian, and I'm like, Austrian? I've never even taken Austrian in like 6 years. So it was all Austrian in there, okay? A lot of these dietary supplements out there, as you know, like Aaron Singerman and PJ, but Aaron Singerman with, I always forget his company for some reason. It's one of the biggest ones out there. Doesn't mean it's good. They were putting a bunch of junk in there that, and people were probably failing tests, and kids were taking stuff that was shutting down their natural hormone production. And that's not okay. So I think Ryan was purposely given something to fail, since he's been running his mouth. I'm not running his mouth in negatively, just running his mouth like, hey, this is how Hollywood, and when you get to the top, and Bohemians, whatever, Grove, and all this stuff works. Like, a lot of people thought he sounded like crazy, but hey, we're not at the top elite with all these people. When you start going to all these parties and meeting all these different crazy people, there's some strange people. I met some really crazy people when I used to go out to California and bodybuild, and I got into some modeling when I was in New York, and I went to some parties, and there's some really weird stuff going on. And I was wild, but I was even uncomfortable. I left. I'm not going to get into all the stuff. It's just, weird, just orgies and stuff like that. And I could see how they would blackmail people and say, hey, if you don't do like A, B, and C, we're going to release stuff or whatever. And I know Ryan said, that he pretty much got, the R word to him. But let me know what you guys think below. I do not think he knowingly took any of this stuff. And they did a second test, and the 19 nor did not show up. And that doesn't make sense, because it stays in there. But the Austrian was still in there. I don't believe Ryan Garcia knowingly took Austrian First of all, Austrian is junk. Second of all, all SARMs are garbage. If you're natural, it might help you a little bit, but what you have to understand is it's still going to shut your natural production down. So why take something that's going to give you the same side effects as gear, but this much of the results of this much, right? They don't do anything, okay? If you're already taking gear before, SARMs are not going to do anything. LGD, RAD, all that, it's all garbage. If you talk to real bodybuilders, none of them are going to say, hey, yeah, this is what I take. The only people that's going to promote SARMs are people that are selling it. And I had a chance to sell it years ago with my company. I decided not to because I didn't believe in them. And I didn't want kids buying them because there's a lot of side effects that we don't even know about yet. Okay? And people that are giving out coupon codes. You know, these companies reach out to all these people that aren't bodybuilders that, oh man, I'm going to be sponsored by a company. They never bodybuild before. They're really nobody's in fitness. But they get excited. Oh yeah, I'll rep your company. Oh, you're going to send me some free supplements every month. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, cool. All right, yeah. And they're saying, oh man, LGD's amazing, rad. I got so big on rad. And the meanwhile, they're actually taking just gear and this on top of it, so they don't know what's working. But SARMs are garbage, guys. Listen to the source. You're only going to find people selling SARMs or promoting SARMs that are selling it or giving a coupon code out to promote it. So let me know what you guys think below about both the subjects, about Ryan Garcia. I'm not in the boxing world, so I don't know any of that stuff. I'm in the fitness world and obviously, you know, performance enhancer, and I've been, prepping people for 20 years, and I'm in the industry, and I know a lot about the industry and prepping and all the compounds, and even deeper dive into it because I had to be, steroid tested. It's going on 7 years now. They're randomly. I can take doctor prescription stuff if I have a script for it, and they can prescribe some other stuff now. It's not just testosterone. They can prescribe VAR. They can prescribe Winstrol. They can prescribe Deca. Some of them can even prescribe Anadrol, but I wouldn't take Anadrol. Maybe when I was younger, and it still didn't agree with me. So let me know what you guys think below about this whole thing. I think it's really fishy, and thanks for joining. And I'm gonna probably try to start doing like as you know, I'm on RX Muscle weekly. I love being on there. I love Dave, and I might. A lot of people want to hear me talk more though, so I'm probably gonna start something on my channel. Me and another guest just talking about bodybuilding stuff or just whatever, so I can get a little more content out there because I've been getting a lot of messages on IG. And thank you guys for all the positive messages, especially leading up to all the drama on RX Muscle and all that mess. Hey, sometimes people aren't just supposed to be friends, and I'm perfectly fine with that. And it's all good. I'm not going to push it anymore. I really don't care. I try not to go through life and disrespect people. If people want to do that to me, that's fine. I'm not going to be cool with you. I'm not going to go out there and just, I'm going to beat you up like I used to, 15, 20 years ago because I don't want to go to jail. Nobody's that important to go to jail. The only way I would do that if I was going to protect my family and I had to fight. So let me know what you guys want to hear. I'm going to be doing, I have a couple people that want to do some podcast stuff together, and we'll just play it live, do it live, freestyle it, and do whatever. But I really wanted to start that in the next couple weeks. People have been asking me for years to do it. I finally need to pull the trigger and do it. I'll still be on, of course, RX Muscle every week as long as Dave wants me there. I don't care if the other guys don't want me there or not. If Dave does, I'm going to continue to show up because I'm friends with Dave. And I've been great friends with him for 20 years. Thank you guys, and comment below.